Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. Welcome to all of my new subscribers and to all of my wonderful loyal subscribers who've been with me for a while. You guys are all awesome. I really appreciate you. So, one of the things, I had a subscriber, her name is Nan. Hi Nan. And she suggested, and I don't know why I didn't think of this, but she's awesome, to put one of these, the cutouts from the add-on kit onto these little spots like this. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I went ahead and I decorated this tag. I just added one of Rachel from Roxy Creations labels, a little flower and a little bumblebee, and so those will go back in there when, you know, we're done. But let's put this one on. And I did do the front, which you probably noticed, and we'll talk about that in just a second. I just wanted to thank Nan before I, you know, turn into my dingy self and forget, because that's what I do. So I hope you guys are having an awesome day. It's beautiful here, and yesterday was my last day of work for a couple months, so that's awesome. I mean, I always have work because I do all this stuff too and run my Etsy shop, so, but I'll just be able to do more of that instead of, you know, not. So I am going to put this bird, if I can get it arranged on here correctly. This was a great idea, Nan. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but you know, that's why we do this, because we help each other out, give each other ideas. It's awesome. You guys are great, and I really appreciate that. So I like that a lot, and that decorates that right up. And then I just added some Sorry Silk at the top of this because I really don't feel like it needs a whole lot of anything else. So I'll put that back in there. And then I just added a little lace to that in there. So that is awesome. So what I did with the front, and it's still kind of wet, so I need to be careful, but I was at an antique shop the other day, and I found this tatting like pattern stuff, and I have a whole bunch of it. It came in a big bunch, and there's even more than this. So what I think I'm going to do, because it's already cut into strips, I think I'm going to, you know, like put them by 2 or 3 or whatever on my Etsy shop. Tell me what you guys think, how they'd be best to do it, but like maybe 2 of them at a time together and sell them like that, because they're really cool. And even though these ones aren't done, they haven't been tatted yet, because it did come with some of the tatting, and I don't know how to tat, so this is probably wasted on me, but because if there was somebody that knew how to tat, they could, you know, add to it and finish it up. But it's beautiful, all the work with the tatting all in here. But I think even just the pattern pieces are super pretty, and you can, like, you know, cut them out into smaller sections, or you know, whatever, like I did on here, put it on the binding of the book. The only thing I'm not very happy with is I used Fabri-Tac, because I know that's better for fabric, and the book bled a little bit, so it did sort of get a little bit rosy colored from this book. So that's something to think about, I guess, when you're getting dollar store books. I didn't even think about that when I did it. So, but I've added some avocado dyed lace that Denise gave me. This little cluster is from Denise. Hi Denise, I'm praying for your mom. I'm just hoping she's feeling better. And this is some lace that I had as well, and I think that was gifted to me as well. I think this came from my friend Michelle. Hi Michelle. And she's a lifelong friend of mine. I've known her since I was 6, so pretty awesome that we're still together. So anyway, I also forgot to mention the other day when I was showing you all the pieces that come in the add-on kit, I forgot to mention it comes with that strip as well. It had dropped when I was carrying it upstairs, so I forgot about it, but that's in there too. So I think we're good. So that's all I did to this. I added that on the outside, and it's still a little wet. And then I haven't done these tags yet. Let's see, I didn't do anything else there. We just did that. I added a little bit of ribbon to this ribbon and lace card. It's just some like organza, and, or what do you call that? It's not organza, I can't think of the word. Those things are in there. Sorry, it's escaping me for some reason. Organza ribbon, right? Maybe that is what it is. Oh, and then I cut out the envelope. It has a mushroom on it. And I added some coffee stain paper and then this lined paper. I got this from a Goodwill shop. It was a guest book, and I just took it apart and coffee stained the pages. So I think what I'm going to do, I also did the little thing like we did the other day with the lace and little pieces of ribbon and stuff like that. I'm going to put it right on this edge of the page so that it'll hang off, and then it'll add more to the ruffly deal that we got going on. So I can do that. And then I have something else to show you. I've been busy. So I'm going to put these flaps on the inside, even though they're technically supposed to be on the outside. And I'm kind of bummed I'm covering this flap up, but that's how I wanted to hook it to the page, so that's what I'm doing. I think it'll be alright. I can always print out another one. That's the great part about that. And I'm just using tacky glue because I love tacky glue. But you use the glue that you like the best. That's what everybody needs to do. Oops, I'm going to glue that on there. And then I just want to really get it right down like on the corner because I really want that ruffly lace and stuff to hang off. And I did stitch that on my sewing machine. I think I mentioned that, but just in case. Trying to make it so you guys can see. It's a little bit crooked. I have got Fabri-Tac all over my fingers, which is my least favorite thing. And I'm just kind of bummed that that did not, I mean, it glued on fine. It just, that little bit of pink came off of the page. So see, that will be like that. I really like to make sure it's down. And then you can flip it open and write a little, you know, you can write on here and here, or decorate that or whatever. But anyway, that will be like that. Another little writing spot. Oh, and I wanted to show you guys on the card that we did together the other day, I just added a strip of the collage paper so that, you know, you can write back there. I mean, you could write anyway because it was just craft colored paper, but that just makes it a little bit easier to see. So there's that. And another thing I'm working on, and we'll keep working on that today. I'm kind of all over the place, sorry. That's that nutty brain thing that I get going on. I'm working on a new digital kit, and I know this one is a little bit plain, you might say. These are the originals, but it's all old paper and stuff that I've put, and I thought these might be fun. There's supposed to be a bird. When you get it, there will be a bird right here. But they're not complete yet, so. But these would be good to put on the backs of your, you know, collage papers, and, you know, like the backs of the ones that I just did. Where did I put my folder? Hold on just a second. I've got to like get my disaster cleaned up today because it's beyond, can't find anything because it's just too much. So what I'm thinking is, like, you know, they could go on the back of these pages, and then that way you can still write on them because they're like that. Or, you know, you can use them definitely for collaging or whatever you want to use them for. It's not like you have to do what I say, but anyway, that's kind of what they're going to look like. And I think there's going to be 8. This one goes this way. So that is in the works, and hopefully it will be done soon. I'm not positive when I'm going to get it done. Hopefully this weekend. It just all depends on my son, because I'm mostly done and I've got him scanned into the computer, but he needs to do a few things to him, and then, you know, they'll be ready. So anyway, I just made some photocopies. See, this is what that one will look like with the bird that we can use in here, because I want to do some more you know, like covering tags and things like that. So I thought these might be kind of fun. Also on backs of tags or wherever. So I've got these. some of these as well. These ones are from the add-on kit. I really love that purple mushroom right there. So maybe that's what I'll do, is just start gluing some of these. The problem is this is that punch that I have from Stampin' Up! That does this part. So what I might have to do, these are 2 inches wide because that's as wide as you can fit into that punch the way it is. I'll cut these in 2-inch strips to cover those. And you don't have, you could just print these out and do it. It's just I happen to do it that way. So, or maybe a tiny bit smaller than 2 inches. Let's go 1 3/4. That way we'll still see some of that, you know, the craft card, because that's why I did that, was to have that on there, so I don't want to have that gone entirely. I guess you're not going to see a lot of that, so maybe we'll go this direction instead. Seeing if I do something like this, then it doesn't matter that the top part isn't the same. I think I'll just tear this. And I could have just torn it entirely. You know, the sides and everything, that would have been good too. Move this out of the way. But yeah, I just thought it would be fun to have something that, and you could back any, you know, any kit with that, or just use them as pages in a journal for writing and whatever. I just thought it'd be kind of nice to have something, because I get tired of always trying to, you know, coffee stain the backs or whatever, so sometimes it's just nice to print it out and have it all ready to go. So that's what I was thinking when I did that. That one's too wide. I have some other mushrooms too. Something like that, and then I'm just going to set it aside because I'm not sure totally if that's how I want to do that one. Let me get, I want to get one of these other ones. That'll work. That mushroom's probably not going to fit on there. It's too wide. So maybe I'm not going to use those right now. Do like that, but maybe put that on. Is this one a little bit short? No, that one's taller even. Sorry, I didn't really have a plan. I just knew that I wanted to, you know, decorate some of these and stuff, so it's kind of just a... I just realized that I think I knocked the little center out of there, so I'll put a new little bead in there. That was great work, great work. See, those are going to be too wide too. I think I'm going to tear it. Yeah, but I really like these. And I feel really bad because one of, I think she's a subscriber, but her name is Allie too, and she couldn't get it to print out, and so I feel really bad that that didn't work. I mean, we worked it out. We you know, got it taken care of, but it was like she could never get it, so I had to refund her on that one. And I'm not sure what happened or why it didn't work. So if you're having trouble, please let me know, because if I don't know, I can't do anything about it. Not that I could help her much anyway, because it's just unfortunately my son and I tried multiple different things and it just wasn't fixing anything for her, and I'm not sure why, because I haven't had anybody else that I know of that's had a problem, but that doesn't mean nobody has. Hoping nobody has. That one's going to have more of a torn edge look. And then let's see, what else could we put on there? The thing with these, they're so skinny, tall. I'm looking through my box of junk. Oh, you know what might be good is like bugs or something. Where did I put that? This one has bugs and stuff. And these are all things like, you know, from all different kits and whatever, so sorry there isn't like a real specific thing. I like that a lot on there. A lot of them are from my my own journal that I did last summer. There's just pieces left over because it's all kind of an entomology sort of a thing. Like that. I like that bee on there, and maybe some fabric is what it needs. And maybe the same thing with the mushroom one. And one of my subscribers said taffeta is what she thinks this fabric is. Thank you for that. I could not, for the life of me, think of what that was. So, I kind of like this one because it's so see-through and thin. Let's see. I can get a piece. Where are my good scissors? I'm sorry, you probably hear people mowing their lawns and everything. That's probably going to be a all summer thing though, because our neighborhood has grown a ton, and that seems to be the case around here. I don't want to cover all that up. And then maybe a little label. I only have Rachel's. I don't have anybody else's because I kind of just started getting into these labels. I never really thought about it before, I guess. It's funny how you go in like, it's like cycles or something with what you like, don't like, or whatever. Now if I could just stop inking, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I just feel like it needs it. I don't know. It's kind of silly. But I don't like that white edge like that, for sure. I just don't think it goes together. So it looks too new. I like that on there. This one I'm gonna just commit to because I like it, so. Oops. So yeah, I think I've had quite a few of you say that you're working on an altered book as well. That's awesome. Oh, I know, I need to measure that. I did measure it the other day. I had a subscriber ask me the size or dimensions of that book, and it's 6.5 by 9.5. So I wanted to make sure I told all of you just in case anybody else was wondering what size book. And it was about 324 pages, and I'm not positive, but right around there, because I ripped out all the pages, so. Well, not all of them, obviously. But Crafty Irene is definitely the one to watch if you are wanting to do an altered book. She does a great tutorial on that. I mean, I kind of explained it, but she does a really good job. And I put her link in my last video, so if you're looking for her. And yes, I have a different glue stick. I keep trying different ones. My son the other day was like, "Mom, are you having trouble with glue?" And I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "'Cause you've got like 5 different glue sticks on your desk." It's like, yeah, 'cause I can't decide. I'm just having trouble finding ones that don't wrinkle everything up horribly. This one actually does pretty good. It's the Joanne one. I think you just have to get the ones in the paper crafting area is what I've decided. You can't get the kid ones because they have way too much water. So, I mean, that makes sense. Okay, so there's one, and I'm not sure yet what I want to put in the top of those, but I will figure that out. And let me see if I can make this work with these mushrooms. Try some of this. I like a little bit of torn, but this stuff does not tear easy. I think you just gotta kind of, it will definitely fray. Well, it'll tear with its grain, but not against it at all. Of course, nobody was mowing all morning until I started doing this, but wouldn't you know, that's how it goes. Cover that up entirely. Maybe I'll come over this way more. And I'm still going to cover it anyway. The flower under there, that's fine. I don't know if I like that. I feel like it needs something else. Let me see if I've got... some other mushrooms too. I like these really fine ones. This one? Yeah, I kind of like that one. They just show up a little bit better for some reason. It's too tall, I think. I think I just like those ones, so I'm going to go with those ones. And I found a whole book on Biodiversity Heritage Library about fungus, mushrooms, and all that. And so that's where all those mushrooms have come from. Wow, the birds are just going crazy out there. We've got birds nesting in our big front pine tree, and then there's a robin over on the drain pipe, on the top of the drain pipe under the eave with a nest, and she's got 3 babies in there. And then we have 2 bird houses in the backyard that have house wrens in them. And so we're just kind of, right now we're inundated with the birds, which is awesome because I love them. And then we get lots of hummingbirds as well, which they just showed up probably about 2 weeks ago now, or a week and a half ago. They're so cool. I wish they were here all year round, but they don't like snow, which I can relate, because I don't like snow either. I've just been around it my whole life, and I just am over it entirely. It's a little big, but I'm okay with that. Let's see. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm in frame. That would be bad. And you could take like the old paper, you know, kit if you had that, and put it on the back of these too, and that would be cool. So there's 2. Let's do more of those to fill up our little pocket on the front. Could use a piece of this again because it's got more of the design on it. I'm going to tear off the other side so that it's... I did them all a little different, you know, like the first one I cut out and these ones I tore, and I kind of like that variety. I'm not going to tear that straight. And then maybe some of this would be cool. Maybe too wide for all of it on here. Yeah, you can't even see anything. I wonder if I put... no, I don't like that. I think I need more color because that's so light. This piece, this is longer because I tore that edge off, that's why. I'm not going to see very much of that, that's the problem. So I don't think I want to tear it off of there for that much showing. We could use some book page. That would work. Move these out of the way, they're sticky. That's going to give me that plain color again, huh? Yeah, that won't work. How about do some of this? We're still not going to see very much of it though. That would work. Right there. I almost used my sewing scissors. That would have been a disaster. Bad idea. Actually, you know what? I'll just tear it. Is this about the same size? Yeah, I just need to come out a little bit more. So let's do... Sorry. The brain had to figure that out. It was rough. It was rough. Okay, I think that'll work. So yeah, these kits, just use them however you want, because you can obviously, as you see, tear them up some more or do whatever you want. I mean, obviously it's yours, but I'm just saying, like, don't think that you can only use them as journal pages or whatever. Totally. I don't need all this. Kind of like that flower too. I'll stick with that. I'm gonna make this a little more torn looking. I don't really need to do that edge. Yeah, so it's been fun doing this altered book. Just a different, you know, different way than the, I just want to try it on top. There's something I don't like about this. I think it's better like that. Just need to stick with that. This up higher. Okay. Then like sewing in signatures and all that, which, as all of you have probably heard me complain, is not my favorite thing to do. I mean, you know, it's not a big deal. I don't know why I don't like doing it. I just don't. So it's kind of nice to have all the pages in there and I don't have to sew them in. Show something different. See much of that anyway. Alright, and then what do I want to put on there? Let's see. I don't know what I did with my birds. That's kind of what I want. You know. They're filed away somewhere. This is kind of cool. This comes out of one of those old Memories of a Lifetime books. I don't know what I did with all my birds. This is the problem when you have a disaster. I like that down there. So I think I'll put that on, and then I may have to like go find my birds and then add that at some other time. But I won't torture you guys with that. Let's see here. Oops, I just ripped it too short. Oh well, it's going on there anyway. That was smart. I was just trying to get those edges off. Oh, and I use Vintage Photo because I had lots of questions on that too. So Vintage Photo is my ink preference at the moment. It just kind of depends on what I have. I don't really like the darker, like walnut and those ones, so I tend to stick with like Vintage Photo, or I think there's one called Old Corduroy or something like to that effect. I like that one a lot. Alright. If I would have been better at planning here, I could have had my birds. Let's see, mushroom on this one or no? Not that one. That one's kind of short. I think it needs bird, so that's what I'm gonna have to find. I'll be right back. Okay, hi, I'm back. That took me a minute, so it's a good thing I didn't leave the camera rolling. They were just in a pile of stuff. Shocking, right? Alright, so that's a mushroom, and these are just little flowers and things, but I kind of like this one. If you guys can see, it has to be a pretty skinny one. I also found this iris, which is not a bird, but it kind of looks cool on there. But I think I want to stick with the bird thing. And this one has too long of feathers. I do like that bird though. Maybe it could be, no. Let's see. Oh, it's pretty. But again, its tail feathers are hanging off. This one looks like he's walking. He's cute. That's the problem I'm going to have with all those, is their tail feathers hang off. He could kind of go like that, like he's that way on the tree. I don't hate that, but let's see. Yeah, that one's pretty. It does need color, so that would be a good part of those ones. These are all cards and things. I don't know why that's in there. I kind of wish that that one was a little bit bigger. This one, trying to see what would look better. Maybe that one with a little something else. I just like the color. It really needs that color on there. So let me ink him a little. And then maybe a little piece of fabric or something with it. This one doesn't need much inking because it's already on a really like yellowed piece of paper. I don't know. That's not really working for me either. Maybe this lace that you can see through would be better. This poor old hanky is just disintegrating. It can kind of hang down a little bit more too. Sorry, gotta try it all, you know. It's like it needs something up at the top because there's already the design down there. I don't know, that's not working for me. Let me see that, find that other bird again. I just don't think that bird's big enough. So even though that one's not as colorful, I think I'm going to end up going with that one. See if I can figure out how I want the lace now. That's it. That's the way. I'm going to go around his edge just a little because it was white cardstock, so. I don't know how I decide, but I do. It all comes eventually. All right. So we did the 3 tags. That over there, and I will put some kind of ribbon in them. I don't know what yet. And I showed you the front. So we're just moving right along, and that's one of the pockets that I made just stitching on the sewing machine. This is the shortest one. I liked them the way I had them originally, where they were kind of like tallest to shortest kind of thing. You're not going to be able to see all the stuff on them, but so something like that. And we put that there, thanks to Nan. Thank you, Nan. And then I showed you those. So I think we're good. Oh, and our envelope that flips out, so you can write on it. And I put the lace on there, so again, like it's starting to get, and I'll do some more. I think I'm gonna do like just some edges, like some borders. Like maybe on, let's see if I can find another plain page, probably not, right? Maybe on this page I'll do like a edge that has the same idea. So just so we've got more, getting more of that kind of stuff in there. So anyway, I hope you guys have an awesome day, and please like and subscribe if you like my videos, and if you like the kits, they're on my Etsy. Talk later, bye bye.